Hello, this is Peg with Craft Room Stories, and welcome back to my channel. Or if you are new to my channel, just welcome. And I hope you stay and have a little bit of fun. And I got a little bit of coffee going on because it's important for my concentration. And it helps me like people better. I'm just kidding. I really love people. But I do love coffee, maybe a smidge more, just a tiny smidge. So, okay, last video, I talked about doing some scrap busting things, and we are going to do some. But I also said I would for sure forget the craft items, or some craft items. And I forgot one of the biggest, which is what my sister got me. And it is all of this lovely mulberry paper. Now, some of this I had a little bit, so there's a little bit extra in here, but look at all these colors. Okay. Look at this. I have, and some of them are thick, like this one's actually quite thick, but some of them are real thin. Well, this one's not super thin, but it's a little bit thin. But this one's another thick one, and it's kind of embossed a little. I say embossed. It's got raised bits. But that's fun. I hope it's not too dark in here, because normally I have some sunlight, but it's rainy, and there's no sunlight. So anyway, this is going to be fun. I love to put mulberry paper in journals as one of the pages, or to put the paper as a layer in a cluster or on a tag or anything. And look at this yummy envelope made out of also mulberry paper that it came in. I almost love the envelope more than the paper, but not because of course it only has one use. But still, when I would probably just make a journal out of that and make an envelope journal, but I'm not going to. Pardon me while I chastise my tiny dog. Itty, Itty. Stop licking, please. Lay down. We're doing a video. You're being rude. Okay? Don't do it. She gets restless. Sometimes she just lays here all nice and quiet in the little bed I have beside me. And she's a dorky. She's a half dachshund, or as the British say, sausage dog, and half Yorkie. So she's so cute, her little self. I showed her, I think, on the last, not the last video, but the video before that. She had to come on and say hi and bye and all that. Not really. She's like, just get off there, Mom, and hold me. I just need to be. She just wants to be in your lap all the live long day. Okay, so I started to get out these books last time and do them and use them for the scrap busting, because I made these cluster books based on Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah's channel. She kind of came up with these, and a lot of us have just run with them because how cool is it? It's a wonderful way to keep clusters together. You just tear them out when you need them. And then you can either decorate them then, or you can decorate them now. Some, I don't maybe heavily decorate them, but some of them I do decorate, apparently not in this book. I have 2 books of it, because the books themselves are just quite fun to make. And I was able to use up quite a few scraps, but then afterwards, the scraps left over from the scraps that I used, I was like, I still have scraps. I'm sad. Yeah, so some I've used already, as you can tell. And when we get further in, you will see I've put a little lace on that one. That's all I did there. So it could go with more. I hope I'm not going too fast. Am I making you dizzy? And I've put a little, this is a little vintage lace here. A little kind of, it's not a real postage stamp, but I don't know if you can see. Am I even on screen? Can you see all of me? Not really. I don't think. Let me just move some of this. Some of my Distress Oxide here. Is that better? I don't know. It's quite a long book, so hopefully you can see it. Can you see my hands? Okay. So this has got a little lace and one of those little girls. I think they're little cottage girls. I think they're from My Porch Prints. They're so cute. And I've got another one there. That's got a little lace and little flowers, and another one. That one reminds me of Holly Hobby. And this one's ready to go. This one I even have a saying. Tune my heart to sing thy grace, which that's a song. Tune my heart to sing thy grace. I love that song. Streams of mercy never ceasing. Call for songs of loudest praise. Then I would have to get really loud if I kept going with that, so I'm not going to. Ooh, and look, this I've used hymns on a lot of these, and I love this. I love the hymns of the church, y'all. Just do. Hark the voice of Jesus calling, who will go and work for me? Anyway, I'm going to shelter in the time of storm. Okay, anyway, I just love these hymns. And so, okay, here's another one that I've kind of finished. Done some Tim Holtz paper dolls, a little bow, little stamp, some lace, and it's ready to go. And it's kind of a bigger cluster. I have a tendency to make my clusters too big. Some people make, teensy, titchy little clusters, and everything I make is either big or fat or, robust. Much like me, but that's okay. Okay, coffee has been consumed. I shall put it away. Oh, and this was one of my husband's gifts, which I have confiscated, y'all. This is called a Next mug, and it's a coffee mug that recharges, and it will keep your coffee either warm, hot, or piping for like hours. I love it so much. He can have it before he goes to work, and then after he goes to work, it's mine. And apparently you can get them on Amazon. This is not, I don't work for Amazon, but apparently that's where you can get them if you're looking for such a thing. I have to drink coffee really slow, or anything I have to drink really slow. And so I need it to stay hot because I really don't like cold coffee unless it was meant to be cold from the beginning. Okay, so I have some rub-ons that I got from the Dollar Tree. And I saw somewhere where you could use them on fabric. So I did. Look how fun. Okay, and then this one. Look at that. I'm not totally sure exactly how to use them once I got them on fabric. But oh, that's upside down. Okay. So, but I thought for sure I could use them in like clusters or just maybe to decorate the edge of a page. I don't know. Or I don't know. I don't know if we can find a way to use them. Maybe this one. But I'm going to just have them out in case I need them. Because it's just more scraps that I want to do. Okay. So this is my box of lace scraps. Good night, Isabel. Yeah, so it is nighttime. And I don't normally film at night. But I've been busy during the days and not been able to get filming done during the day. So you get nighttime Peggy, which is just way more scattered than usual. Bear with. Anyway, so yeah, I've got I've whittled this down to some scraps of lace. There might be a few ribbon pieces in here, but predominantly lace or a few trims. I think a little titchy piece of sari silk, but that could be like a tag topper or anything. Some of this can be, I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but now it's got to be said, I've been freezing cold for like 3 hours, and all of a sudden now I'm so burning hot. Thank you, menopause. Thank you. Bear with, I'm just going to run and turn the heater off. Just a second. Okay, so I'm back. And now we will get out. Let's just start with this one since I kind of started I think I'll start in the middle on this side. No, start at the, I don't know where to start. I'm going to start over here in the middle. Because if you start in the middle, then you can turn the page and then you're not trying to glue things and stuff in the wrong spot. I forgot to put my phone on vibrate. Nobody will probably be calling me at this time of night, but occasionally somebody will get a wild hair, and there we go. Okay, y'all, so I am going to break out these stickers that I showed you last time that I want to use. And this is just a few of the stickers that I have, but also I want to add some to it that my friend Crystal gave me, because she's always so generous and shares things. So, okay, I don't know, but some of these are like bigger. So I'm going to move the bigger ones out of the way. But she gave me some of the pressed flower ones too, and also some vellum stickers. So I'm going to put those all together in that same box. And then just put these in these strips back in this little baggie. Not that you need to know every little step of what I'm doing. You can kind of tell, really. Okay, so we're looking at green and blue predominantly right here. I'm going to move this other book. So now I've got some wax seals if we choose to use some of those with some ribbon. I love to do that. Let me think of a story that I have not told. I don't always know or like remember what I've told and what I haven't told. Funny. So I don't remember if I told the story of the black hole at the water park or not. I really probably should go back through and listen to my own. That's a fun piece of lace. Listen to my own videos. Do I want it that big of lace? I'm not sure that I want that big of a piece of lace. So let me put that one aside because it's a big enough piece that I might could use it for something else. Some of these are just really, here we go. That's kind of a small little piece of lace. So I feel like, okay, I feel like I have not told the story of the black hole. I'm hesitating because I don't want you to be bored with me just repeating my stories. I could tell you a story on someone else instead of myself. Y'all let me know in the comments if you would like me to tell a story on my mother, and then you will understand why I am the way I am. I think my ministry of embarrassment, I think, started with my mother. And the things happening to her and her being able to laugh at herself, I think, is what helped me. Now, I've moved this all around, and I still feel like it looks the best in the middle. I don't know. That's where I'm putting it. Use a little Fabri-Tac on that. Whoop. Oh, it's just, we're having a glue avalanche here. Nice. Maybe I can use that under here and over here. Yay. No need to be wasteful. We'll make it work. Okay, so I'll go ahead and tell this one. If I told the story of the black hole, then I apologize. But if you're new to my channel and you haven't heard any of my other stories, here you go. Okay, so there's a chapter in my book of, now I haven't written this book yet. This is a book of my life that is just book of things that's happened to me. It doesn't actually exist on paper or anything like that. But I have a chapter of why I no longer go to water parks. And I think it's important, that you understand I actually still go to water parks, but I am a lot more careful about what I will get on rides and such at the water park so that I do not hurt myself any further. So this was in college when I still hadn't learned my lesson, even though I had already had some previous issues, but still hadn't learned my lesson. And my friend Valerie and my friend, we called her Val, and Scotty wanted to go to the water park, and Val was going to take her 2 cousins. And she was like, oh, come on, go with me. Well, I love to be in the water, just prefer to be in the water. I find it fun. Oh, I like that bird. Ooh, I think we have to choose him. Now, we may also choose a flower, but we definitely are choosing him. So I went to college in Texas in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So we went, ooh, I love that though too. Maybe the bird should go. Would a bird perch on top of a flower? Is that a thing? We decided to go to Whitewater. Which is the water park in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Now, there may be more than one now, but that's what was in the water park. So we go, and there was a new slide there that I had seen as I drove by, and it was called the Black Hole. And it looked so fun. It was like this black tunnel, and it had twisting turns and everything, and was really high. And but it didn't go straight down, so I thought winner. And I just do love a good slide that twists and turns, and anything that doesn't go straight down, I feel like I can maybe do that. I can handle that. So I decide to go on the Black Hole. Scotty wants to go to. Valerie, I feel like Valerie went down with at least one of her cousins, maybe both. I don't know. But I think they went down ahead of us if they did go. Either that or they were waiting at the bottom. But I think they went down ahead of us, and then they just waited at the bottom for us. So, I don't know if I can get away with that bird and a flower. And that's why my stories take forever, because especially if I'm crafting, I just feel like this needs to be on a tree or something. Instead of, I may wait on that, but I may go ahead and do this one. Anyway, we get up there and we're deciding, yeah, of course they were up there because we were deciding who's going to go. I was going to go on all by myself on one of the slides. I mean, on one of they have an inner tube that you ride down. They had a double or a single. Well, of course I was going to do a single because I was smaller then than I am now, but I would have never been a small person. And so I just feel like the more weight you have, like the faster your inner tube is going to go. So now I'm going to add extra glue to this, even though you don't have to, but because I'm putting it on lace. Well, actually, I'm going to just put it on the lace so that whenever it touches the lace, it will hopefully adhere nicely. So Scotty says, "Oh, Peg, come on, ride with me in the double." And I say to him, I should have listened to myself, Scotty, I don't think that's a good idea, because Scotty at the time was 6'4", and he was a good boy. I mean, a good sized boy. And I mean, I imagine he still is 6'4", but I think he has since lost some weight. But anyway, good sized boy. And I said, I think it's a bad idea for us to ride one of these together. Ooh, I like that. Because danger, it's going to pick up speed and it's not going to go well for us. And he's like, no, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It'll go slower with the two of us on there. And I thought, okay, that could be. I don't remember that being the case, but that could be. So let's go with that. Wrong. Immediately wrong. Just immediately wrong. So I did not listen to myself saying, do not do this. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. Don't do it. And I got on the double inner tube with Scotty. Now, he was in the front and I was in the back because I didn't want to land on him should we fall, because that could be awkward. And I was a little afraid to go first. And so we start going. They push us off, and it does take a little bit more to push us off. So I think, okay, Scotty's probably right. We are going to go slower, and this ride will be not scary at all. And then we went around the first bend. And that it went a little fast, and I was like, whoo, that was that was something, and as you go around the bend, it kind of slides up. And so we slid up, and I was like, whoo, okay. Hopefully it doesn't get any more than that. And he's like, oh no, that'll be it. That'll be just it. And so I believed him because I'm gullible. And the next bend, it had picked up quite a bit more speed. And we're still, mind you, nearer the top of the ride slide rather than the bottom or even the middle. We weren't even halfway down. So the next one went a little higher, and the next one came shortly thereafter and went a little higher and turned, my hand's too high, went a little higher and turned upside down. So there we are. Now, we of course came out of the inner tube, and I have to have my hands to talk, so I don't know if I can do this. I can't craft and talk at the same time. It's horrible. Yeah, so I am now going down the slide feet first, so the water is pushing into my face. Into my face, y'all. The water's pushing into my face, and I'm drowning. Yeah, I can't raise above it because it's pushing me down. And I try to raise above it, and I can't. It's pushing me down. So I think I'm going to die on the black hole. The black hole slide is where I will lose my life. That will be it. Death is imminent. But I hear from my point of drowning, because periodically I could snatch a quick breath before the water came and drowned me some more. I could hear Scotty going, Peggy! Peggy! Well, of course I can't answer, because if I opened my mouth, it would be full of water. No, thank you. So I can't answer and go, I'm right here dying. No, thanks, though. Thank you. And so, anyhow, yeah, so finally, with much relief on my part, I make it to the bottom of the slide. And I can raise my head now, and I'm not dead. And I'm so relieved to be alive. And I'm just taking in air, right? As one does when one has been kept from breathing for a while. I'm taking in air. And I'm thanking God for every breath. And I'm trying to pull myself together and try to get off the slide in a hurry so that nobody comes down and lands on me, because trauma from childhood. But yeah, that's happened before. Anyway, okay. So the little teeny bopper taking the inner tubes at the bottom, as I'm like gasping for air and trying to, make my swimsuit go back in place where, again, I'm flashing people and Val is having to cover her poor cousin's eyes, while they're all cracking up, but she doesn't want them to see everything because really they were far too young for that. And the teeny bopper goes, "Did you temp over on purpose?" I was like, and y'all can't see my face, but the incredulity is really, really there. And I'm all, look at me. Do I look like I temped over on purpose? No, I did not. I am happy to be alive. No, I did not temp over on purpose. I said, "Could you maybe help me? Could you help me up? Do you see me? I almost died." Anyway, she was like, and now I have to blow my nose. Bear with. I'm not going to do that on just a second. Okay, I'm back. All right. Yeah. So then, about the time she gets me off the slide, then I hear Scotty still going, "Peggy!" As he comes down the slide, he's actually on his behind, sitting upright, wearing the inner tube around his neck like some sort of bizarre piece of jewelry gone horribly wrong. Yeah. And he's all, "Peggy!" And he gets to the bottom and he's like, "Where'd you go?" Stop it. Stop it right now, Scotty. It's far too soon for jokes. That's not funny. You may not. Yeah, so that's, another episode of why I no longer go to water parks. Aren't you happy you stayed tuned for that? Yeah. So, ooh, I forgot to show also these feather stickers before. Aren't they so cool? And they come in different shapes, but they're all purples. So that's fun. I do love those. It's pretty. And I like that on there. I need a piece of lace. Yeah, so another episode of why I no longer go to water parks, y'all. And I never seem to really learn my lesson. So I don't know what to think about that. But that is how I roll. Now this is some really cool ribbon. I wonder if I could kind of I think because this is so thin and like organza or chiffon or something like that, that I couldn't use hot glue on it. I would have to use like my Tim Holtz tiny attacher and make some little, I could sew, but I don't feel like getting out the sewing machine. But I can make some little, what are these called? Folds, pleats. Pleats is what I'm trying to say. And I'm using, well, that's not working out as one had hoped. Okay, get in there and stay. I don't mind a little stapled pleat, though, because I think it's kind of cool. And it just adds to the interest, I think. Anytime you add any kind of other layer of something, it just adds to the interest of it all. And this is a really pale blue, so it'll be kind of cool, I think. And once it's, pleated like this, you can actually see better that it's blue. Maybe not in that, it probably just looks white in the camera, but it is a very, very pale blue. But next to this, I think it'll look good. And maybe also piece of lace, because I just never feel like you have enough lace in life. I just love lace. I'm not really sure why. Ooh, I could do lace, or I could do this little spotted polka dotted trim stuff. Would that look good underneath there, or would that just be lost? I think it might be lost. I think I will probably have to do some lace. Okay, so Gibson, my precious little dog that is a pit bull, has the worst gas in the history of the world. I believe that he could totally stamp out terrorism with his gas. Now, normally I wouldn't just start talking about gas on my channel, but he has gassed me, and I think it's important that I share this information with you so that I'm not alone smelling this by myself. So thank you for coming along. I'm going to set that there because I may use that. Maybe I'll use that. Yeah, thanks for coming along. You're like, I'm leaving. That's it. You just share too much. I know this. I know this about myself. I do share too much. But it is craft room stories, right? So you might as well get a good story from it. Yeah, so I'm trying to breathe, and I'm over here without any spray. I always like to try to keep some spray handy. So if I gag a little bit, you will know why. Ooh, now this is cool. This was like a choker necklace. It's still got like some of the metal on it, and I've used this. I just wonder if that would be cute with the metal piece left on. And then, but would I want to use that? Maybe not on that one. Or maybe I use that instead of the ribbon and I use the ribbon on something else. What do y'all think? Okay. Okay, it might have to go on that side because, yeah, I think I will do that, y'all. I think that's kind of cute. This is also a really pale blue, and so it's very hard to tell that it is blue. So I don't know if you can see. Whoops, it's falling. But anyway, it is blue. So, and I've plugged in my hot glue gun, but some of this lace is so got such larger holes in it that you can't really use the hot glue gun for that. Okay, I might use it on that little metal piece though to kind of hold that a bit stronger. So bear with as I possibly get in your face a little bit. Oh, it's oozing. Okay. All right, I think I got it. Let me wipe off the other glue. Okay, so do I dare tell another story, or is one story enough? It might be enough. I'm not sure I want that one now. I put that maybe a little close. That will it fit? It may fit. I think I may need a skinnier one. I keep wanting to put that bird there. I love that bird. It doesn't really go, but I just want to use it. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Oh, there's that one. That one's so pretty. I might use that one. Okay, I think I will. It's so pretty. And so y'all have to tell me what is going on with you, how your holidays were. I'd like to do a live video, but I think you have to really plan ahead. Okay, I'm going to try to see if I can push this under here. There. Okay. All right, so when I tear this out, I'll just tear a little bit of the brown too so that I get that edge. Ooh, I like that. I love a good cluster and a fun edge strip, because sometimes you don't really want a lot on your paper. You know, you want it to be predominantly for people to write. But but I just tore that piece of lace, so we may turn that way and cover that up with a sticker. Or will that look better down here? I think maybe down here that's a little bit smaller one. Ooh, and I think I found a piece of pink lace that will go good on there. Oh, yay. Okay. So I hope that y'all can get your scraps out and have a little fun. What do you think? Is that too bright to go with that? Should I stick with pale colors? Or butterfly? This one could have that and a butterfly, like it's on the flower. That could be kind of cool. Oh, this one's already got a butterfly. Okay. You guys can't see what I'm looking at, but I'm looking, or maybe you can. I'm looking through this box of goodies, and I'm just having a good, ooh, I like that. The problem is I like them all, and it's hard to know which one. But I feel like that butterfly kind of dwarfs that flower. But I like that color of flower better, I think. I mean, unless that looks too red. And my fingers have a little glue on them so they keep sticking. I don't know, y'all. I should not be allowed out in public. Ooh, that's a fun butterfly. I like that one. I could do that one. Maybe I can find a smaller flower. Oh, look, I just found a teeny red cardinal. Oh, I love it. Y'all see that? Oh, I love a cardinal. I think they are some of the prettiest birds. And we get a lot of them at our house here. And they just, oh, they're so vibrant and they catch your eye like immediately. Just gorgeous. Ooh, okay. I've got this. Okay, that could go there, and then maybe the butterfly there. I mean, it also, it's got to be said that that dwarfs the flower. So, I mean, do we want it to look like the butterfly is landing on the flower, or just that the butterfly is flying near the flower? I don't know. How do you guys get on here and just make these decisions so fast? Do you plan ahead and, you know, have everything ready before you do a video? And I've tried that and I'm okay. Ooh, that one's a pale pink. That one kind of goes. And then that doesn't. So, yeah, I find, and this is how I craft, y'all. I'm so slow. So this is why it takes me forever to make a journal or anything like that. Oh, I kind of like that there. I think I'll do that. It takes me forever, and I am slow. And now I feel like this lace is maybe a little long, but I hate to waste lace. I don't care if there's a little bit extra lace. I'm going to use it. And see, I've talked too long and now my glue wants to stop up. You can't play around with this glue. When it's done, it's done. Oh, I did something today. I have a new friend. Her name is Deb. I already love her. She's crafty and artsy and came over today to make a painting with me. So let me find, what have I done with the painting? Where did I put it? So I could show you. Put it somewhere so I could say, I will show them my painting. I'm not sure where I put it. It's not tiny. Not tiny. Where did I put it? Seriously, y'all? How do you lose an entire painting? It's like an 11 by 16 or something. And I have put it somewhere so that it be, oh, there it is. Found it. Okay. So I have to show you now. And every time I walk, I jiggle the camera. So bear with. But I have to show you this. I'm so scattered. I have to show you this, though. This is my painting. Can you see it? Do I need to? I'll have to stand up here so I can see if you... I'm going to raise it up a little bit so you can see my painting. I'm not an artist by any stretch of the imagination. Oh. But this is my painting, and I'm kind of proud of it because it's not horrible. And I love it. And of course I had to add some fun trims down the side. And I'm very happy. I highly recommend you guys do this. If you get the chance, it's just fun. Now, I don't know whether I should leave this high or if we were too close before. Maybe we were. I don't know. Maybe we were too close. Okay. So, let me see how long I've been filming for, rambling on and on. Oh my word, 41 minutes. Y'all, I can sure talk, huh? Okay, so I'm going to hurry up and glue this down. And so that you don't have to stay on here eternally just watching me scrap bust and dither around and go, should I or shouldn't I? Should I or shouldn't I? Ridiculous behavior, y'all. Just ridiculous. I'm going to put a little glue here in case you're wondering what I'm doing off camera. I forget all the time that, you know, you're not just here to listen to me. You actually want to see what I'm doing, generally. Okay. Okay, now, do I need... I do still want that. Okay, I do still want the butterfly. The only thing I would say about these little stickers is that it is a little tedious getting them off this back plastic. It does not want to come off nicely. And I feel like you definitely just have to add a little glue if you're putting it on to lace or fabric. And even though that kind of blends, I still like that. And I'm going to do just a couple little more pieces of lace and get that ready. For the next time. Whoops, stay down, stay down. Stay. Any of you talk to your crafts as you're doing it? I think some of you do because I think I've heard you. So don't lie. Don't make stuff up. I'm right here listening to you. Okay, do we want this down at the bottom or up at the top? Oh, I feel like up at the top. Let's get that down. Okay. Now, we'll come along next time and add some more scraps. I will try to have some ready, but I don't know about you guys. Maybe it'll make you feel better to see somebody dithering about trying to decide audition pieces. I've heard that. People say that, audition pieces. It's just a constant. And, you know, you can always speed up the video. You know, I don't mind. That doesn't bother me at all. Speed it up, I say. Okay, y'all. Thanks for playing tonight, for joining me a little bit. And I'm going to try to wipe off the glue. I may do a little bit more off camera and then show you what I've done when I come back. Okay, so thank you for joining me, and bye-bye and good night. Hugs.